20 minutes total for actual makeup application time. And every time it hits, like, this is one of those makeup looks, it's like, I want to look good, I don't have time to think, I just want to do my face and have a guarantee, and this makeup gives me that every single time. I think every girl should have a makeup look that eats for her every single time. Okay, so to start the face, I always begin with my brows. I go ahead and I let eye patches sit under my eyes. So to treat my bags, I use the Pixie eye patches. I really want the faded, the topicals one, but I'm really trying to reduce my unnecessary spending. So until these are done, I will not be buying a new set of eye patches because they work just fine. With brows, lately I've really been obsessed with the Benefit brow products. I've talked about it before, but they just got brows done right. I wear a shade 4 on my brows, and I tend to focus the product towards the outer tail. I don't do it towards the center at all. I just don't find it to be necessary for the gradients of my brows. There's some ladies who look absolutely stunning with it from tip to tip, but on me it's just not flattering. So I begin the shape about here and then I fill in, and that's about it. If you'd like for me to include it in my next tutorial, I can. And I'm slowly pulling my mirror into frame just so I can see, make sure I'm seeing myself as I'm talking to you guys about the products that I'll be using on my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off and we are gonna get into skin prep. So I do all my skincare in the bathroom, so that part is done for me. Right now I've really been focusing on very much like sensitive products that cater to sensitive skin. I don't have anything exciting going on currently in my skincare, but maybe in the future we can do like a skincare routine with me. If you're super curious about my skincare routine, you can check my TikTok. I have a whole skincare playlist, and I really haven't deviated too far outside of that. On the days where I'm super lazy, I just stick to face wash and a face lotion. That's literally it. I'm super simple. And my skin obviously loves it. So if you're curious about my skincare routine before skin prep, then check that out. So the first thing that I like to do now for my base, my skin prep base, is I like to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Skin Enriched Face Base. I made a decent dent in this product. Okay, so now that is on the skin, the next thing that I'm gonna do is prime my skin. So if you saw my last video, you already know that I am loving sprays at the moment. Alternating very heavily between is the Milk Hydro Grip spray. This is the sister to the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I just feel like that one is just like loaded as being the absolute fave of most girls for their primer of choice. And lately I've just been more into sprays than I have with traditional primers. So yeah, so I've been alternating between this one. Feel like it still gives a nice glow, but it's a little more subtle. The Hydro Grip on my skin definitely gives me more of a very pronounced glow. And for me, for right now during this season, I haven't cared as much for it as I usually do. So I feel like this spray is like a good like in between where I'm still getting a glow, but not too much in comparison to their the Hydro Grip primer. The other spray that I've been alternating between is the D'Alba. This is the Aromatic Spray Serum. And this one is a new fave. I've been obsessed with this. I got a smaller bottle because I wasn't super sure how I'd like it, but we're about like 2 weeks in and I use this every time I do my makeup, and I just really love the glow that it gives to my skin. You're gonna see a part of my prep. I just really been liking the whole like natural skin finish has been just my vibes. I really love a super natural finish, and I feel like these two primers give just that. My top two foundations at this moment are the Armani Beauty's Luminous Silk Foundation and the House Labs Foundation. It's between these two. I love them both. I feel like the formulas are super beautiful. I really like that they both are medium coverage. They're buildable, and they make a pretty neutral tone for black girls. I am the type of girl that likes to warm up my foundation on the back of my hand. I've been doing it since I was a makeup artist, and even now for myself I still do it. I just like to warm it up first. Okay, so after I've made those little dots everywhere, I'm gonna go in with a brush, foundation brush. This is their collab with Ulta. It's a cute little heart shape, which is so timely because Valentine's Day is almost here, which is right near my wedding anniversary actually, so I always look forward to this time of year for those reasons. Valentine's Day and a wedding celebration. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just like blending it out, bring it down and around. And I usually avoid my under eye area because I only like to place concealer there. Sometimes if I'm really feeling the glow, I'll go ahead and I'll follow it up with the Armani. This is their Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer. And if you're looking for one that is a slightly cheaper alternative, or honestly significant alternative, is going to be the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is the glow booster for radiant skin by e.l.f. I love this product for summer, spring. I find it to be a little more than I'd like during the colder months. And I'm just gonna put some onto the back of my hand. I'm literally only taking a half pump. I'm swirling it around. And then I'm just gonna take it onto the top parts of my cheek with my finger. You do not need a brush for this. And it should pretty much disappear into your foundation. I'm gonna take it onto the other cheek. And with the concealers of choice, I've really been loving still the Makeup by Mario concealer. I wear a shade 460, and I am definitely due to pick up another bottle of this in a lighter shade. I love this concealer so much. And also it's great if you are someone who does not require setting your concealers. This is a good one to use. And I'm just gonna go into the closest part of my under eye, just to the middle, and then I'm gonna go onto the bridge and just a little half dots on either side of my nose. And that is my concealer placement. I don't take any onto my forehead because you'll see in later steps. But while that sets onto my skin, the contour for today, I'm going to be using the Bronze Cream Bronzer by Juvia's Place. This is in shade Amber. Super beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and just pick up a random... I'm trying to decide which brush I'm going to use. So I'm going to pick up an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to like twirl it into the product. And then just a little bit onto my forehead. And so this is literally what my face looks like. Oof, collecting myself. Okay, so that was just with one pat across the face. So now I'm gonna work a little bit more quickly because I don't want this to dry down too far before I'm blending it out. So I'm just gonna start from the bottom and work my way up. I like like to blend my nose contour up into the very end of my shadow, and then with that same brush I am actually gonna sweep some into my crease. See? Okay, so now we're done with that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and quickly blend out my concealer. For concealer I do like to use the Morphe M536 brush. Every time I use it I always get a question about which brush it is. It's a big boy, it's not a little brush, but I just love the way that it pulls it together. And then so with that concealer that you placed on your nose bridge, I just like to go ahead and pat it up into the center of my forehead. I don't like a direct dot of concealer up there all the time just because it requires extra blending and carefulness, and if you're not careful it just looks like a big shining circle in the middle of your face. So for my go-to, I typically do not place it there. So at this point you should be looking extra bronzy and just luscious. So we're gonna go in with a, excuse me, for my go-to blush has been Hope, Rare Beauty's Hope. This color is just so freaking pretty. Look at that. Ugh. I can't put it down. Honestly, this is my favorite one. So I'm going to go in with this first pat. I'm going to blend it out, and then I'll see if I want to add just a little bit more. It's one of those type of colors where when you blend it into the skin, you are definitely able to build more product on without looking like you're doing too much. Not like you can ever have too much blush though, because who doesn't love a good blush? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with a very... We'll do this one. I'm looking for a brush that's kind of like this, like a very light brush. This is almost like a highlighter brush. And I'm just gonna bounce the product onto the skin. I'm not spreading it too far because remember with blush placement, high allows for more snatch face. I think it's gorgeous, especially if you have high cheekbones. And then if you want more like a really dolly look, more fuller cheeks, you take the blush lower onto your face. So high, more snatched, lowers more like baby doll round cheek look. And I think that there is a special look for everybody, but as you've seen, once I blended it into the skin, I could definitely do some more. So I'm gonna go in with the same shade, it's Hope, and I'm just gonna add just one dot this time, and then we're gonna blend it out, and this should be the perfect amount for me. And like I said, this is just customizable to what you like. If this is too much for you, you don't have to use this much. Just for me, as for me, I love blush. So I want to be able to, I love being able to see it. I just feel like blush is one of the most, like the fact that black girls are made to feel like you cannot wear blush, when I feel like we do it so well. I love blush on melanin. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep blending, and then I'll be back with powder. We are nearly done with base. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm taking the One Size. This is One Size in Sweet Honey What's New. I feel like this is the only thing I've consistently set my face with for the past year and a half at least. Since I got this product, when was the first time I got it? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm lying even if I say a year and a half, but however long ago I got this product, have not been able to put it down since One Size did their thing with this formula. I absolutely love the setting powder. This for setting my stuff. So for setting the face, I put a little bit into the top of the lid, and I don't usually use this much, but I find it easier to tap while it's in the lid than it is in the container. And then I'm just gonna take a beauty blender. Literally, I'm just gonna take a beauty blender. You can use a triangle puff. I just don't know where mine is. And beauty blender, triangle puff, I use them interchangeably. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna dab it into the powder. And with the excess, you're going to take it onto the back of your hand and just bounce it, because you're looking for it to basically have an even amount of coverage on the back of the sponge, just so it doesn't look cakey when you place it under your eye. And for this part, I am going to use a compact mirror because I just want to make sure I get this right. So I'm going in with a compact mirror and I'll hold it up, and then I'm just like pressing in everywhere that I put concealer. I'm careful not to place it directly onto my blush. I really try and avoid that area. So I'm going to take it around, under, because I put concealer down there. And each time that I'm dabbing more product onto the sponge, I'm dabbing it onto the back of my hand. And I'm not baking today, so I'm just making sure that when I do these pressing motions, that it is absolutely adhered to the skin. I'm gonna go under, and I'm gonna be quiet as I set the rest of my face so I can move a little bit quicker. I like to clean my nose jewelry at this stage because basically after I set my face with powder, all I need to do is spray it and I'm done. I don't go over my face with any additional products just because I really like that natural skin-like finish, and so I like to stop here. I don't add any powders on top. Sometimes I might if I'm doing like a full face, but again, this is supposed to give like 20 minutes on the go. My makeup's done but not super done. So this is how I leave my makeup, a little slightly underdone, and I'm looking around because I need something to spray this with. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my nose jewelry. Okay, and so there we have it. That is my completed base. For an extra little treat, let me show you one of my favorite lip gloss combos at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna use a compact mirror for this one so I can see my lips. But first, I like to go in with this lip liner. This one is by Kiss. It's in the shade Chocolate. And literally, it's a beauty supply store lip pencil. So who says beauty cannot be affordable? I'm gonna go in and line my lips like normal. And I'm just gonna take it to the corners of my lip, a little in the center, and I'm gonna do the same thing on top. Okay, and I'm resisting the urge to pucker my lips together because I want the pout to be really pink, so I don't want to muddy it too much. So I'm gonna go in with the Sephora collection Outrageous lip gloss. I believe this is, yeah, this is their Outrageous Effect Volume Plump Effect. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but it will be linked below. And this is in shade 2, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take it to the center, and I'm kind of gonna marry the gloss with the lip liner. And then so those two are together. Now I'm going to take Rare Beauty's lip oil in the shade Happy, and I'm gonna just go ahead and place that pretty much everywhere where I place the lip gloss. And that is my finished look. I feel so pretty in this makeup. I do have one more step left, which is setting my face. I'm gonna go in and spray my face with Diablo. And this is One Size Fantasize Mascara. So I'm just gonna quickly add that, and literally this is it. This is all that I do. I wish I would have actually timed myself, but I'm positive this is under 20 minutes total for actual makeup application time. And every time it hits, like, this is one of those makeup looks, it's like, I want to look good, I don't have time to think, I just want to do my face and have a guarantee, and this makeup gives me that every single time. I think every girl should have a makeup look that eats for her every single time. I think it's completely achievable, and I don't know why I always choose bottom lashes as the time where I want to be the chattiest, because this is where I definitely end up smearing product onto my eyes. So I'm gonna be quiet and finish this off. I'm gonna get fixed my little curly pieces.